She's got rocked. And again. And again. They can stop this fight. Right.
They call them the fairer sex. But step into the cage and you'll quickly realize there's absolutely nothing fair about the chaos these women bring. We're talking brutal knockouts.
She's had some success sticking that jab out there and then...
One-sided beatdowns and blood-soaked battles that make you question your life choices, all aired live on TV. Women's MMA has seen some of the most savage moments in combat sports history. So, who are the toughest, baddest, and most ruthless fighters to ever throw down? Let's find out. Dakota Ditcheva, the British-Bulgarian wrecking machine. At first glance, you might think she's a Disney princess, a bikini model, or maybe the glamorous ring girl announcing the next round. But don't let her innocent looks fool you. This Bulgarian-British wrecking machine is a one-woman destruction crew in the cage.
It's going to be unbelievable. And there it is. Beautiful knee.
Dakota Ditcheva steamrolled through the 2024 PFL Women's Flyweight Tournament, ending it with a cold-blooded demolition of former UFC title challenger Taila Santos. Dakota doesn't waste time with warm-ups. She jumps straight to the main event. Front kicks to the face, sharp strikes, and pinpoint accuracy from a distance make her an absolute nightmare. But her deadliest weapon? Her bone-crushing Muay Thai clinch. Once she grabs hold, it's game over. Brutal knees to the liver.
Can really push her, and now there's the knees. The knees coming up the center. Right back on.
Vicious elbows turning her opponent's face into a punching bag. Referees are usually the only ones who can stop it. Her style is relentless. High-volume punches combined with raw knockout power that's almost unheard of in women's MMA. Out of 14 professional bouts, 12 were finishes by knockout and one by submission. Judges don't even get a chance to do their job. At just 26 years old and nowhere near her prime, Dakota Ditcheva is still undefeated with a flawless 14-0 record, cementing herself as the future star of women's MMA. Outside the cage, she's the picture of beauty, but inside, she's a ruthless wrecking ball. Some of her most savage finishes include a 58-second destruction of Hasna Gaber.
And again, they can stop this fight.
Followed by one-sided beatdowns of Cornelia Holm, Chelsea Hackett, Lisa Malden, and Jenna Bishop. Her absolute domination of Taila Santos, someone tough enough to challenge Valentina Shevchenko, is just another example of Dakota's utter superiority. So far, no one's even come close to stopping her. With a UFC call-up right around the corner, the only question left is not if Dakota Ditcheva will rule women's MMA, but when. Gina Carano, the Muay Thai destroyer. If anyone could match Dakota's beauty, it was Gina Carano back in the day. But when it came to sheer brutality, she was just as savage as her Bulgarian-British counterpart. Like Dakota, Gina unleashed Muay Thai destruction in the cage, absolutely wrecking her opponents in stand-up exchanges until the referee had no choice but to step in and save them from more punishment. Some of her most jaw-dropping moments include a one-punch KO of Rosie Sexton.
Seconds to go here in round two.
Oh!
It's so big right.
Beautiful right hand.
4 minutes and 54 seconds.
A perfectly timed right hand that left Tanya Evinger gasping for air.
Is Evinger going to survive? Oh, it's over, Gina!
And a savage beating of Caitlin Young so brutal that the doctor had to jump in mid-round to prevent her from heading straight to the emergency room.
Carano, does he have enough? Young in trouble. Here's Carano. She's punches and bunches. Young trying to hold on. Conviction drops her with the front kick, and now
Sadly, for MMA fans, Gina's knockout punches were soon replaced by movie scripts as she used her charm and killer looks to transition into Hollywood, where she became a massive star. Guess the only thing more dangerous than her Muay Thai was her acting career. Joanna Jedrzejczyk, the unstoppable volume striker. When you talk about the women's strawweight division, the first name that pops into everyone's head is Joanna Jedrzejczyk. There was a time when she seemed downright invincible, crushing 14 opponents without mercy. None of them had a clue on how to stop her. She was the boogie woman of women's MMA, and her mind games, absolute perfection. At weigh-ins and stare-downs, she had her opponents sweating bullets before she even laid a hand on them in the octagon.
You guys, don't blink tomorrow. Believe me, I put on such a great camp. Boogie Woman is coming for heroes!
The Boogie Woman, ladies.
What made her so terrifying wasn't just one-punch knockout power. It was her ability to unleash a never-ending storm of strikes that wore her opponents down until they wanted to quit. That's exactly.
It's all over. Joanna, Jedrzejczyk.
And Jessica Penne.
Though down and a knee elbows. A flurry at the end of round number 2. Penne grabs on.
Joanna wouldn't let them breathe until the referee had no choice but to call it off.
Weight division.
Jedrzejczyk is just holding back her weapons, laser-guided weapons, and that is enough!
She went on an insane 14-fight win streak, completely dominating the division until she ran into Thug Rose.
She's saying no, but
When she faced Joanna, Rose didn't flinch during those intense stare-downs or mind games. Talk about a plot twist. All packed so much power. Brazilian powerhouse. Karolina Kowalkiewicz, known for her kickboxing skills, learned that lesson the hard way when she stepped into the cage with Jessica, who showed her exactly why you don't bring a knife to a gunfight.
she heard her. She heard it quick. She heard it already. Oh, she heard it better.
Oh, a big left from Andrade.
Sticking that jab out there and then. Oh! We've never seen.
Devastating knockouts over Karolina and Rose Namajunas are just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to Jessica's insane power. Even when facing a height disadvantage against Katlyn Chookagian, Jessica's right hook made her night end with a liver shot she won't forget.
She's had some success sticking that jab out there and then.
You gotta be kidding.
At 33, Jessica still packs enough stamina and knockout power to shock the world in the UFC. The real question now is, who's next to feel the wrath of this powerhouse? Germaine de Randamie, the kickboxing savage. In the world of combat sports, it's a rare sight to see a woman go up against a man, let alone knock him out cold. But Germaine de Randamie didn't just knock a man out, she dropped him like a sack of potatoes. If she can do that to a guy, imagine the kind of chaos she brings to her female opponents every time she steps into the octagon. Aspen Ladd learned that the hard way, feeling firsthand just how dangerous Germaine's striking truly is. This Dutch kickboxing dynamo went on to claim the UFC title after edging out Holly Holm, and her highlights are nothing short of brutal. TKO finishes over Larissa Pacheco.
Andrade's really cranking that neck now.
Andrade bounces low.
And Anna Elmos.
Grote voordeel van die 15 centimeter lengte.
Germaine houdt nou haar ellebogen voor het lichaam van Anna. En hier een keiharde knie naar het lichaam van de partij.
Plus a perfectly executed guillotine choke on Juliana Pena. This woman's a savage. You better believe you don't want to be her next target.
Out. Is she out? Is she unconscious? She's out. Randamie ends it by submission. Pena shot in for it.
Ronda Rousey, the submission queen. Ronda Rousey isn't just a legend. She's the only female fighter in history with a 100% finishing rate. A stat so wild, it's practically mythical in women's MMA. Her strategy was simple: end the fight and end it fast. There was a time when Dana White thought women in the UFC was a joke.
When are we going to see women in the UFC, man?
Never.
Never? Never?
But then he met Ronda, and boom, the women's division was born. Ronda Essie's signature move? Snatching up arms for submissions like it was a casual Sunday afternoon. But don't let her judo throws fool you. She had a few brutal knockouts to her name too. The body shot against Sarah McMahon was pure poetry, and the way she finished Alexis Davis in just 16 seconds, absolutely unforgettable. And who could forget her battle with Beth Correa, which was basically a highlight reel of poetic justice after all the trash talk from the Brazilian. Ronda may have retired in 2016, but her legacy and the doors she opened for women's MMA will never be replicated. She changed the game forever. Valentina Shevchenko, the Bullet. They call her the Bullet for a reason. When Valentina Shevchenko was just 12 years old, she knocked out a 22-year-old opponent, earning her the nickname and putting the world on notice. Now, she's arguably the greatest flyweight champion of all time, and she earned that title through brutal domination and pinpoint strikes that leave her opponents wondering what hit them. One of Valentina's most savage performances? Her destruction of Priscilla Cachoeira, where she picked apart the Brazilian piece by piece before submitting her in the second round.
Here a flyweight, just not even giving the glimmer of discovering just what it is to be an elite Valentina Shevchenko. And now in full bounce, unloading. And look out! Shevchenko staying busy. Well over a minute of this fight. In the choke. Cachoeira still looking. Worst nightmare. Valentina Bullet Shevchenko. A performance showing every bit.
But her real iconic moment came when she faced Jessica Ai, knocking her out cold and leaving Joe Rogan speechless.
Oh, she ate that one hard. I mean, that sounds like someone is slapping the bag with a baseball bat.
Yeah, it's bad.
Oh, head kick. It's it.
Shevchenko with a huge highlight tonight.
That is a terrible head kick. Her legs are...
Then she followed that up by absolutely dismantling Katlyn Chukajin, trapping her in a crucifix and raining down elbows like a human wrecking ball to finish the fight in round 3.
Stopped doing that, and then Valentina made the adjustment. Now it's a terrible position. This easily could be the end of the fight here, and it may very well be.
Oh, that's it. And still the best in the world.
Even in 2025, Valentina Shevchenko is still the undisputed queen of the flyweight division, and it's safe to say there's no sign of her slowing down anytime soon. Cristiane Cyborg Justino, the destroyer. No female fighter even comes close to the absolute wrecking ball that is Cristiane Cyborg Justino. With 21 knockouts and 28 victories, it's crystal clear. This Brazilian powerhouse isn't here to make friends. She's here to demolish. Every fight follows the same script. Cyborg charges out like a freight train, unleashing a non-stop barrage of punches until the referee finally steps in to save the poor soul she's annihilating. Cyborg loves a good slugfest. She dives headfirst into chaos without a second thought. Her power is so overwhelming that her opponents can't even get a moment to breathe. But being a human wrecking machine has its risks. After 20 years of reign, only one woman managed to stop her, Amanda Nunes. While everyone else ran for cover, Amanda stood tall and delivered a firestorm of punches that sent Cyborg crashing into oblivion.
She hurt her! Oh! Cyborg's hurt! She's hurt bad! Nunes said she could knock her out. We're seeing that now it's real. Oh! She's hurt her. Nunes! She's still got her down. Cyborg nearly out on her feet. Oh! She did it! She did it! Cyborg out cold!
Nunes, known for her knockout power and top-tier grappling, went on to obliterate legends like Valentina Shevchenko, Ronda Rousey,
Cara de Rousey tirando esas combinaciones de lejos. Wow.
and Holly Holm. She's earned her spot as the greatest of all time, but Cyborg's reign of terror, unmatched by anyone else before or since. Who do you think is the most merciless competitor in women's MMA? Let us know in the comments. Let's stir up some drama. And if you want more knockout content and savage fights delivered straight to your feed, hit that like button and subscribe. Trust me, you don't want to be the one who misses out unless you like living under a rock.